Hi, I'm Venus O'Hara and welcome to another video. What's your body count and does it matter? And should you tell your partner? Well, body count is a term that I only came across very recently. Someone had written a comment in one of my videos and they said my body count is only blah blah. And I thought, what's that? When I think of the term body count, I think of, after a massacre or a natural disaster or something, then that might be the number of bodies that you count, as in dead bodies. But it turns out that body count means how many people you've slept with. Yeah, so what's your body count? Well, I don't think it really matters what your body count is. And I think it's a very, very personal thing. And there's no way you should be telling anyone or explaining to anyone what you have done in the past. I think it's a very, very personal thing. And I think there's a lot of judgment about body counts. And I think I saw in the film, I think it was American Pie, that men multiplied their body count by 3, whereas women divide theirs by 3. Whereas for me, I've never really had that conversation with someone. Maybe when I was younger and it was like the first or second boyfriend, they kind of knew my past because there was not much past to talk about, and it was all about, just sharing. It wasn't really about jealousy or anything like that. Well, I don't know if that's really true. Well, actually my first boyfriend had 4 people, so he said, and then me. I'm just suspect now that it was less than that. But anyway, the fact that he'd had more experience than me did make me feel a little bit intimidated, to be honest. But I think it's best kind of, rather than knowing how many people you've been with, I think it's more important to know what kind of things you're into in general, and if you've done them or not, if you have an experience in different things, rather than knowing how many people you've slept with. I think that's really, really important. And also STI checks as well. The other day I published this article on my blog, and it was the title was, "Is oral sex safe? Science says no." And I was like, oh my god. So I was reading this really, really long article. It was a guest post, and I was just thinking, oh my god, imagine. It was just really the unsexy side of sexuality. And of course, the higher your body count is, the more likely it is that you're going to end up with one of these unfortunate in STIs, it's sexually transmitted infection. But of course, you could even just be with one person and get a sexually transmitted infection. So there's no guarantee. But obviously, having a higher body count does make it more probable. Yeah, so there's no way I would even consider sharing this private information with a partner. It has no importance. I think it's more important what the body count is from the time you're together. For example, especially if you're in a monogamous relationship, then it could be very worrying if the person you're with has been with other people in that time when they're supposed to be faithful to you. But of course, if you have an ethically non-monogamous relationship, then of course that's very different. I think it's important to share this information, and voila. So what about you? Do you tell your partner about your body count? Would you like to increase it or decrease it? That reminds me, actually, when I was at university, I had a friend who we were both talking to each other like girl talk and sex talk. So how many people have you slept with? And it was just a more kind of curious thing. It wasn't like I was in a relationship with her. And she said, it's this much, and I hope it's this much by next year. And I've never really heard a female talk like that before, about wanting to kind of really increase that body count. But what's interesting is that particular person, who seemed to be so sexual, didn't have her first orgasm until much later in life. And I think she was being promiscuous for validation rather than actual genuine sexual desire. I think that's really important as well. I think it's important that your body count is about quality, not quantity, and that you really did want to be with each and every one of those people. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, and I will see you soon. If you have any suggestions for new videos, don't hesitate to contact me at venus@venusohara.org. And I'm also going to be doing Vlogmas on my other channel, The Orgasmic Lifestyle. I'm trying to, being very productive this month, Vlogmas ×2. And if you want to see me again, I'll be over there for more lifestyle and orgasmic lifestyle content. Okay, see you soon.